Updates. Yesterday in Ottawa, something historic happened. A coalition of Muslims, Jews, Christians, and labor unions representing hundreds of thousands of Canadians held a press conference demanding the withdrawal of Bill C9. This is not a fringe movement, it is broad, credible opposition, and here's what they've revealed. So, the first thing is knowing who they are. We are talking about the Canadian Muslim Public Affairs Council, CMPAC, Independent Jewish Voices Canada, United Church of Canada, that's made of 1900 communities, Public Service Alliance of Canada, that is made of 230,000 workers, in addition to Senator Yon Pao Wu, who's an independent senator of BC. He was the sponsor of this press conference. Let me just read my notes over here. So the first thing is they spoke about an alarming revelation. I think we have discussed it before, but they emphasized on it that the government is trying to remove the religious text exemption from the criminal code. This wasn't the original bill, but it has been added secretly in committee meetings. So, what does that mean? We all have speculations, but more or less any religious text could be open for interpretation by the police, given someone who thinks that it is offensive. It could be interpreted as hateful, and that means that every faith community is under attack somehow. Now, the representative of the United Church, she said it well that we do not want protection from accountability, but don't criminalize our teaching. Fair enough. So, there was a case study that was presented yeah, that the Toronto Police Service, TPS, without Bill C9, they have already arrested 166 protesters, supporters. They didn't say protesters, they said supporters. And 84% of the charges were fully withdrawn. Only one person was convicted. 50 people given concussion by the police, and 15 home raids. And the word that was said that the process is the punishment. So now imagine what will happen with TPS given more powers that are under the C9. So this was given by the Legal Support Committee. Um, the other thing is that the Public Service Alliance, their representative mentioned the following that Bill C9 was not Bill C9 will not silence the ultra wealthy or mega corporations. It will silence the working class, people who rely on protest because every other door has been closed. Now that means every labor right that we've earned so far, or that the workers earned, be it weekends, minimum wage, workplace safety, none of that could have been achieved without protests. And if Bill C9 was proposed 50 years ago, we could have lived in a dystopian world. Now, from my experience, I've lived that before. I lived in the Middle East for the majority of my life so far, and I can tell you that this has been the pattern that I've witnessed over there. Whether it is vague laws, police discretion, function creep, and religious targeting. The USSR actually they did try the same thing for roughly 70 years, where religion did not disappear under the USSR, but it went underground. So I don't think that this is a Canadian value to push a community, a legitimate community, to go underground out of fear that there is something they believe in, a divine message they believe in, they will not let go under oppression. And in fact, it will harden that belief. So if someone is believing or dreaming of a secular state, this is not the way to do it. You are going to become a villain, to be honest, because unless you annihilate everyone else who's not thinking like you have to coexist with others. You cannot push people not to believe in whatever they are believing in. So if you find this alarming, like I do, call your MP now. Email them now. Write a letter and hand it to their office now. Now, we were supposed to be having a meeting today or a voting today, but for some reason, the meeting was adjourned. Someone claimed that there was some pushback, but we don't want to be complacent and wait for others to do our job. So just pick up the phone, say something about it. Share this video or record your own. Tell someone who didn't know about it, and let us have more movement in opposing this monstrous bill. Thank you.